Hi, I'm Derek, and if you never heard of the full, down, tap and up stroke, you should watch this video, because these 4 strokes will improve your playing. And it doesn't matter what style you are playing. So the full stroke, the downstroke, the tap stroke and the upstroke will help you to switch between dynamic levels. And let's start with 2 levels, because there are a lot of levels where you can play dynamically. And the first level is to play very loud, so with bigger motions, and the second level to play very softly. Okay? Let's get started with the first stroke, the full stroke. So this is the full stroke. You start here, so more or less 1 inch above the pad or the drum or the cymbal later, and you do this motion. Okay, again. So you don't do this, because that's the second stroke, the downstroke. And the first stroke is like bouncing a ball. So when you play a lot of accents or loud strokes, you're doing a lot of full strokes. So the second stroke is the downstroke. Let's do the full stroke and the downstroke in combination. So the full stroke is this, and the downstroke is, as the name says, stroke back here to the starting position. Okay, so it's also an accented stroke, but it stays low after you've hit the drum, the pad or the cymbal. Okay, again, full stroke, bouncing back using the rebound, downstroke, stay here or going back to the starting position. Now we can play in the softer volume, because the downstroke creates the transition between the louder level and is now leading or switching to the softer level. And now I play a tap stroke. This is only from the wrist, one piano or soft stroke. Okay. So when I play a lot of soft strokes, I play a lot of tap strokes. Okay, and the last one is the transition from this level, the softer level, back to the accented or louder level. So it's the upstroke, and also here, as the name says, it's the motion. I play it like this. So the impulse is coming more from the wrist, and hitting the pad with the tip of the stick is more like a controlled side effect or side product. Okay, so you can of course do the upstroke like this, so with the tip of the stick starting the motion, but I would recommend in the beginning to play like this from the Möller technique. Okay? Let's start from the beginning, the full stroke. Don't forget to raise the stick again. Okay? Full stroke, downstroke, accent, tap stroke, soft, and the upstroke also a soft stroke back up here. Okay, so full, down, tap and up. Again, full, down, tap, up. Full, down, tap, up. I recommend to play these 4 strokes or this little exercise with a metronome in a very slow tempo. Most of the time I recommend 40 beats per minute and play it over and over again until it feels really natural. Okay, so you don't have to think about the strokes. Do this, of course, with your other hand, so with the left hand. Full, down, tap, up. Full, down. Or the third way I recommend to practice is on the practice pad with both hands in unison. This helps the weaker hand, in my case the left hand, to try to copy it from the stronger hand, so from the right hand. Okay? It's a little bit like writing with both hands in unison, because the left hand is following the right hand. Okay? When you do it with your left hand alone, it's more difficult, but it's also very, very important to practice only with your left hand. So you have these 3 variations to practice: only the right hand over and over again, only the left hand over and over again, and then both hands in unison. So one more thing, I would also recommend to practice this on a softer practice pad or surface. When you practice it only here on the practice pad with a lot of rebound, especially the first stroke, the full stroke, then it's great to feel the rebound, but when you practice it on the moongill pad, on this pad, then you have to train your muscles to raise your arm. So you play like this. Especially when you're speeding up, then you really have to work with these muscles to pull the stick back. Okay, so let's move on to the first application. Let's apply these 4 strokes in the single paradiddle. And the single paradiddle has 1 accent and 3 unaccented strokes. And then switching to the other hand, then it's the same. Okay, so you have again 1 accent and 3 unaccented strokes. To apply these 4 strokes, we have a look only to the right hand. Okay, what the right hand is doing. So the right hand is doing, as I mentioned before, the first stroke is an accent. And after the accent, the right hand is playing a soft stroke. So we use the downstroke to play an accent and stay low to play a soft stroke after this accent. So it's a downstroke, then there are 2 tap strokes because it's a soft stroke, and after the soft stroke again another soft stroke. So the double stroke, it's right right, it's tap tap. And in the second half of the rudiment of the paradiddle, you have 1 right stroke, and the right stroke is soft, but when you play it in a loop, the whole rudiment, you play an upstroke to prepare the accent, the first accent. Okay, so it's a downstroke, tap stroke, another tap stroke, and the last right stroke of the single paradiddle is the upstroke. Okay, so it's down, tap, tap, up. And you do the same thing with your left hand, starting on the second half of the paradiddle, so with the left hand accent. You start with your right hand here and the left hand starting from this position, and you play downstroke, You play an upstroke with your left hand to prepare the accent with the left hand. Upstroke, 2 tap strokes, the right hand, then we're in the second half. Down, up, tap, tap. And then we are back in the starting position. Okay, I will do it very slowly for you. So it's down, up, tap, tap. Second half, down, up, tap, tap. So this combination of the different strokes will help you to speed up, to have more control over what you are doing, and to create, I call it, one motion. So you create one motion of the single paradiddle. So when I play it here, I played it over and over again, but it's the combination of the motions. So it's, for me, it feels like one motion. Even if I play it faster, it's very relaxed, no tension, and I can control the dynamics. Let's move on to the second paradiddle, so the double paradiddle. And I play the double paradiddle with 2 accents on each side. You have one single paradiddle and a right left in front of this, so you have a 6-stroke figure. It's a right left, right left, right right, and then the same thing starting with the left hand, left right, left right, left left. And when I have a look again on only to the right hand, it's full stroke because I'm playing another accent with the right hand, then the downstroke, and then it's the same thing we did before with the single paradiddle. So it's a tap stroke, another tap stroke for the double stroke, and then the upstroke again to prepare the loop or the repetition. Okay, so with the left hand the same thing, full stroke, downstroke, and then tap tap up. So now I will apply the 4 strokes in the double paradiddle. So this is the starting position. Play full stroke, tap stroke, downstroke, upstroke to prepare the left accents, and tap, tap. Left side, full, tap, down, up, tap, tap. Again. And now let's do this with the triple paradiddle, and I play the triple paradiddle with 3 accents. So with the right hand I have 2 full strokes and 1 downstroke. Okay, so this is the starting position, full, tap, full, tap, and then the downstroke, down, up, tap, tap. Now we're starting with the left side, full, tap, down, up, tap, tap. Again, full, tap, down, up, tap, full, tap, down, up, tap, tap. Okay, you got this? Try these 3 exercises. And there's a great paradiddle combination exercise by Tommy Igoe, which he plays in his lifetime warm-up DVD or video. At the end of the basic exercise, he plays a paradiddle combination. So it's 2 times the single paradiddle, 2 times the double paradiddle, and 2 times the triple paradiddle with these accents I've just shown. And then you start again from the beginning. Okay, it's a great exercise. So this is a book by John Riley, which I strongly recommend. And for those who know my channel here on YouTube, they know that I'm a huge fan of John Riley's books and material. And here in the back there's a great chapter about the Moeller or Möller technique, and he also introduces these 4 strokes and applies them to the single paradiddle, but another way. So he shifts all possibilities of accents through the basic single paradiddle. But now I will show you one exercise which maybe freak you out, but it's a very great exercise to warm up your mind when you're playing and warm up your muscles. And it's about playing the single paradiddle, so right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left, but in triplets, and then play on top of this like standard quarter or offbeat triplet patterns. Sounds a little bit difficult, but I will show you what I mean. So when I play the single paradiddle in triplets, it will sound to you as a ordinary single paradiddle. But when I now add some accents, so the first exercise I will introduce to you is to play quarter notes within these triplets, but with a single paradiddle underneath. So this is how it sounds like. To learn this exercise, for me it was really hard in the beginning to learn this, is to pay attention what one hand, in this case the right hand, is playing. So this is the John Riley single paradiddle triplet exercise very slowly. And on this page we have a lot more of rhythms or accents. So it's a lot of work, but it will help your hands to develop. And now let's move on to the drum set. Now let's see how we apply these exercises to the drum set. On the practice pad we are only doing like up and down motions, but on the drum set you're doing motions to the side or switching levels and height, okay? And this creates other problems. You have to use other muscles, and yeah, let's see how it works. Let's start again with a single paradiddle, and let's say we are orchestrating the accents, or the right hand accent here on the floor or stand tom, and the left hand accent here on the small tom, and the other 3 softer strokes we play on the snare drum. And what we are now doing is to play with the right hand a downstroke and the second stroke is the upstroke with your left hand. So when you play the upstroke you're moving like this. Okay, so within the motion you're playing the upstroke, you're moving to this tom, or preparing the accent, you're moving upwards in this direction, okay? So you play down with the right hand here on the floor tom, upstroke to the small tom, And the right hand, after you've played the accent, you don't go back like this, but you go like this. So in a flat line here, okay? So the first stroke is to play this, the accent, and because you're playing two softer strokes on the snare drum, you don't move back like this. No, you move like this. And when you played the accent with the left hand here, you also don't go back like this. With a big motion, you're finding a very short way, okay? So you play the accent and play here on the snare drum. I will demonstrate very slowly. The same thing when you're orchestrating the accents on the cymbals in unison with the bass drum. So when you don't play with these strokes, especially when you're speeding up, but also in slower or medium tempos, it's hard to control the dynamics. And in the beginning, it takes a long time to develop these motions. But take your time, be patient, and set the metronome on a very slow tempo and practice it over and over again for minutes, okay? Over and over again, the same thing over and over again, until you feel really comfortable with the motions and the muscles are really relaxed and the hands and arms and the whole body knows what to do. You really have to teach your body what to do, okay? Now, let's see what happens when you're playing the double paradiddle with a full stroke. You play both right hand accents on the floor tom, stand tom again, and both left hand accents here on the small tom, and you're like bouncing a ball or bouncing here on the drum to play the full strokes. Triple paradiddle, same concept, 3 accents here, 3 accents with the left hand here. Okay, so you play as on the drum pad, you play 2 full strokes and 1 downstroke. Okay? So try to apply this system or these 4 strokes to any rhythm you know, for example rudiments with accents or other rhythmical patterns with accents. And you have to be really patient, start very slowly, write the motions or the strokes under the sticking that you know, this right stroke is a full stroke, this, and so on, and be really patient. So one of my drum teachers showed me that system, and this was really a game changer back then, and I still practice it today, and sometimes it still freaks me out because I'm trying to figure out what the next motion is, but after a while you feel really comfortable and strong, and you feel really the improvement on the practice pad or the whole drum set. And I will close the video with the John Riley triplet single paradiddle exercise, and I will orchestrate it on the drum set. And I hope you got something out of this exercise, and give it a try. It's really worth it, and yeah. See you next time. Goodbye.